Yo! Alright, what's good? How we doing? Happy July 4th, first of all. Hope everybody has a good long weekend. Alright, let's hop into a little recap today. So, today was a little bit confusing, and I low-key got, they, I got, I just sold my puts too early, deadass. I'm not even gonna cherry coat it. So basically, off the open, oops, let me delete this. So off the open, got the supportive node on SPOOs, Qs, all nodes are higher, so expecting a small little pump above 727 to start the day. Give it like a quick 10 minutes. Alright, so here's a massive trade right here. The 748 node, they kind of slip in a floor here and it gets strong, along with this inflection point on Qs. So if you can get a retap down here, the 748 plus like as long as 727 is relatively close. A little bit overshoot, but like still that's 748 plus a dark pool level. Really, really good long. Again, be careful of the 75-25 here. The 750 plus a dark pool. Those probably be where you trim. I don't really feel like you're not coming into much resistance right here. Should know. Alright, trim a little bit into the SPY node. Qs, if you long Qs for some reason off the SPY level, you want to start trimming at 729. You should know. Alright, so boom, you're trimming out your longs here. And then they kind of roll down this 730 down to 728. So you're kind of starting to expect a rejection, honestly. Like, the 729 on Qs. It's just like all this positive gamma look kind of nukey. Give it like 10 minutes, need some more context. Okay, so you can long this 750 retest if you get another retested node. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Also 729 on Qs. There's 750, large overshoot, boom. Okay, so you're paid here. But look, this 729 ceiling is absolutely massive. So I ended up, I don't think it was this early, but I was looking to short Qs here just because it was a lot weaker. Yes, there's a nice 729 rejection. And then, so what happens is you bounce to 727, right? So boom, over here, 727 is a floor. And 727 is looking kind of ceilingy. It was either here or a little bit after this where I shorted. Here, it was right, it was on the retest on the way back up. So here, I shorted right here. SPY turned the floor into a ceiling, SPX starting to sell 75-25. And I shorted this retap on Qs. And I'm gonna just let it play out, because this shit was nuts. Boom. So I basically sold most of my contracts down here in the low 720s. Because we started to catch a small little SPY 748, so I was basically all out here. And they went like 450%. But you get a small bounce out of 748, and then the 749, see you later, son. Boom, like, dude, like, holy. They slip in the 723 as a ceiling. And then 7490, like, there's just nothing on SPX to like 7440 almost. There's like a little Pika cluster down here. Besides that, there ain't no resistance, son. Boom, ceiling on SPX. Trying to catch it, but this is kind of a rug setup. Yeah, so here, like, 710 is really your magnet on Qs. I can't believe I didn't hold any contracts. It's low-key crazy blunder, but live and learn. Small little bouncer off the SPY floor, and then right back down. Small little bounce up to 714. 7400s, they're flashing the 7400 as a king node. I don't know if you saw it. 719 ceiling. I'm assuming this nukes. I was already off by here. Okay, watch 743 for a bounce. King node currently. crazy reverse rug on Q's. He might get another bouncer after 714. I'm a big movie star. No breaks, baby. And Hollywood is hard. Alright, so yeah, a little kind of like a little bit of a bouncer off 714, but still like they're just rinsing anybody and everybody who's trying to buy. Boom. I'm guessing 743 is at least a little bit of a bounce. Fuck me, I guess. So I mean this 708's lit up, so maybe we come down and test the 708. It looks like we might sell this 743. Addiction with your crystal meth. Plead for your life. Takes you to your death. Alright. So they're trying to support it. So like 740 last line defense. 7430. Like this 7430 is starting to be defensive. But this 708 is still like sitting here. It's been sitting here. So maybe we see the 708 and then they try and reverse it. Again, there's kind of ceiling here in Q's. Do we see 708? Alright, then do we pump back up? I really have no clue. Or 708. Kind of got this floor on SPX to 7430. I've talked about this a lot. But usually when there's these massive king nodes on SPX, usually it's not like a 30-point front run, but they usually don't hit. But they have this massive downwards pressure on price. So like that's just something to be aware of. I'm just gonna fast forward because I'm assuming this is like a crazy pump back up. Yeah, so I mean you could have shorted 743 a little bit here, but I mean after this big of a sell on SPY, like holy, that's 30 points on SPOOs. That's crazy work. Kind of floor here on Qs. Maybe you get a nice long like 743, 711, I think that is. Oh. Just kidding, I guess. I mean 710, big inflection. 741 looks like it's gonna hold SPY up. 7440 looks like it's gonna hold SPX up. I'm assuming there's gonna be some form of pump, but I really have no clue. 7440. Holy bro. A long line of sin. Face tells a story about the places you have been. Alright, yeah, that was to be expected. I mean, it's pretty kind of a textbook day, honestly. Like, ceiling rolled down in the morning on Qs, and they just nuked us down to 0. Floor, ceiling, rolling these nodes down, roll down to 723, and then gulag. And then boom, I mean, like, this 708 was there all day. It's a nice little double bottom up into a ripper and a close. Oh, it was nice. Yeah, it's a pretty textbook day. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I sold a bag. It was like 2K% if I held my puts from the top to the bottom. But, you know, live and learn. All right. Hopefully everybody has a good 4th of July, and I'll see you guys soon.